Hi everyone, Michael Hirsch with Break a Pencil here. So here's a problem that every product manager, every product leader faces. In order to stay on top of all the things that are happening in the market, all the changes, all the things going on with competitors, we end up subscribing to probably anywhere from 10 to 15 daily or weekly newsletters. We're trying to get as much sort of market information as we possibly can. The problem though is if you want to try to stay current, you don't have the time to read all of those, right? You'd have to dedicate an hour or even more maybe every day, and you just don't have the time. So what ends up happening is you either ignore them, fall behind, maybe spend a half a day on a weekend trying to catch up, or you just ignore them and then you miss all the insights and all of the great information to extract from there. The issue really is that most product managers and product leaders treat newsletters like information consumption. But what if you treated it like competitive intelligence gathering instead, right? Just change the perspective a little bit. I'm going to show you today how I build an AI agent that transforms my personal newsletter overload into strategic insights. It runs every day, and I'm going to show you how to do it using my actual newsletter subscriptions from the last 24 hours. So I use relay.app as my AI agent platform. So let's go ahead and create a new one. And we're going to call this one Michael's Newsletter Digest. That works, okay? And I'm going to create a trigger, and I'm going to have this thing run every morning. I like it to run early so that it's going to give me my email digest and I can read that sort of first thing in the morning when I'm having my cup of coffee. So I'm going to have it run every day at 5 a.m. Okay, easy enough. First thing I'm going to have it do is I'm going to have it go through my emails and find the ones that are newsletters. Now, I already have some email filters set up, so let me show you how that works. But if I go in here, I'm going to have it go and find emails. Okay, and I want it to return a list of all matching emails that have the label. And what I have is I automatically label my newsletters. Of course, I have to train it each time I get a new one. I have to say add this one to that list as well as this label tag here. Okay, so it's going to look for all the emails that have this tag in my email. Okay, and then I'm also going to have it look for just the emails in the last 24 hours. So we're going to say comes after the current date, but let's add an offset of -1 day. So look at what this says. Comes after this current date and time that it's running minus a day. So it's going to basically look at the last 24 hours and find all the newsletters. Make sense? And then what should it do if no emails are found? We'll just go ahead and say pause and send a notification. And we'll pause and send a notification if it finds more than 50. Okay? And the output is it's going to give me this list of emails. Well, it's going to give the agent this list of emails. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to send all these emails into an AI prompt. So I'm going to do a custom prompt that I've already written. Let me go ahead and paste it in here so you can see what I've done. So this says you're a strategic newsletter intelligence agent. I will provide you with multiple newsletters. Your job is to create a comprehensive digest that transforms information consumption into competitive intelligence. So give me some individual summaries for each. Do some categorization, right? Group these into themes like product strategy and management, AI and tech trends. Look at cross-pattern insights, what trends appear, what contradictions or debates exist. And in terms of output, give me an intro, give me the highlights, give me the category sections, give me a strategic intelligence summary, and some additional requirements. I want these headlines to be linkable, or clickable links, I should say. I want the source name so I can go back to the source if I want to read it in its entirety or portions of it. Maintain professional scannable format, etc. Okay? And it's going to have access to this list of emails that came from the previous step. Great. And we're going to go ahead and use the recommended one, which is GPT-5. It's going to be a good one for summarizing. Okay. One thing I do want to do is I don't want this actually as a structured list. I want this as plain text, or actually rich text. So I just want it to give me a bunch of text that I'm going to just drop into the email, right? I've already included all the structure and formatting in the prompt. Okay, so I'll click done. And then the last step, very simply, is I'm going to say email it to me. So I'm going to say send me an email. Who is it going to? It's going to go to me. The subject is going to be newsletter digest. And I'll add the date, so it's easy for me to find them in the through my email in the future. In the body, I am going to add the output from the AI. So whatever the AI spits out, that's going to drop into the body of the email with the subject and send to me. Easy enough? All right, let's run a test run. So we can watch what's happening here. First thing it's doing is it's going to look for emails. Found 14 of them that I got in the last 24 hours. Great. Next thing it's doing is it's going to go and prompt GPT-5 with my prompt and those 14 emails. While this is running, let me point out a really key insight. I'm not just asking for it to summarize these newsletters. That would be effective in and of itself. But what I'm asking for is actually for it to derive some strategic insights, some strategic intelligence, look for patterns, look for contradictions, and implications to my product decisions, right? So any of that information is valuable for you personally to put in that prompt. So again, this is about treating this not like just aggregating information, but like a strategic briefing. Okay, looks like it finished up and it sent the email, and that's it. All right, let me go and get that email, and I'll bring it into view for you all to look at. Here it is. Let me fit it to the window. All right. So newsletter digest and the date and time. Perfect. It's got some strategic highlights. Voice becomes a primary interface. Industrial policy is now a product strategy constraint. Okay, so these are some things that are worth looking into. Individual summaries by newsletter. So for each newsletter, it's giving me kind of a one-line summary. I love it. And then it's categorized everything. So I can deep dive into a specific category that may be pertinent or relevant to me more at this time than at others. Product strategy, AI and tech trends, right? And any one of these, if I click it, for example, will actually launch the newsletter itself. Okay. All right, and then it has all the sources. So if I want to go right to the sources themselves and read through or look for some more information, I can do that as well. So what I want to highlight here is this just isn't, again, like I said, information gathering. This is really being that strategic orchestra conductor, right? When that 6 personas of product leadership framework we keep coming back to, what do I do as a product leader? A lot of different things. But one of the things I need to do is I need to constantly be thinking strategically. And to do that, I get a lot of information, but how do I use AI to give me the best advantage, if you will, right? You're not just in consuming the information, you're orchestrating insights across multiple sources to help generate some strategic direction. Look, most product leaders treat newsletter reading like it's homework, but sophisticated, forward-thinking leaders treat it like competitive intelligence gathering. Okay? It's about systematic synthesis, not just random consumption. Your assignment this week, I challenge you all, go set up your own newsletter intelligence agent using the prompt that I just showed you. Take whatever newsletters you actually subscribe to, even if it's just 3 or 4, and run them through this process. You'll be amazed at the strategic insights that emerge when you stop reading newsletters individually and start synthesizing them systematically. The goal isn't to read faster, it's to think strategically about the information that's already coming to you. Subscribe to my channel for weekly AI demos like this. The agent prompt is in the description below, ready for you to just copy and paste. And remember, your competitors are reading the exact same newsletters you are. So the advantage goes to whoever extracts the best strategic intelligence from the same information. Good luck, and as always, break a pencil.